Got it.
If you do a proper containment strategy, you will definitely optimize the cost. Probably cost may not be a factor for few of the companies, but the operation effective.
So when we speak about high-potent environments, containment is often discussed in levels and bands, right? So from an engineering standpoint, how do this classification actually translate into a tangible design across facility layout and equipment selection?
So basically, OELs and OEB are used in a both are used in the facility design. So OEB, as I said, is a band. It's a band of different products which are grouped together into bands. So for example, OEB 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 being the least potent and 5 being the most potent compound.
Right.
OEL is a specific to the molecule. So when we talk about OEL, which is defined into microgram per meter cube for 8-hour operation, so each molecule will have its own OEL. The product A will have 0.5 as a OEL limit. Product B will be 0.4. OEL product C will be 0.2. So all this will come into band of 5. OEB 5.
Got it.
Similarly, we categorize each product into band, and then it helps into the facility design. So once we have definition of band, we know how to design a facility with pressure cascading, the change room procedures, the transfer from each steps of unit operations. When we talk about OEL, it starts from as a raw starting material, which is 100% active OEL,
right,
which is say 100% as a sampling or dispensing stage. And when we keep into next unit operation, we other factors do come into picture for the design of the equipment.
Got it.
So that is how the OEL and OEB are used in the facility. So both are interlinked. One is a band. Also, suppose you have 100 products, so we'll categorize 100 products into different bands. So
Got it.
Having the similar OEL level. So for example, if it is OEB 5, anything less than 1 microgram per meter cube, 1 to 0.1 will categorize into OEB 5 band, 1 to 10 will categorize into OEB 4 band, 10 to 100 will categorize it OEB 3 band, and so on.
Okay, so there are two scenarios, right? One is a greenfield and probably a retrofit scenario. How challenging is it in a retrofit scenario to set this?
The retrofit scenario has some challenge, because when we talk about, for example, converting a conventional facility into a high potent facility, there are few basics that need to be covered. One is how the material flows, how the personnel flows, and as we discussed in the first question, is like when we talk about a high potent facility, the protection of person as well as environment will come into picture. So once the material flows, how it flows and does not affect when it is when in each unit operation, how it affect the operator in a separate safety perspective, and when it is exposed to the environment, how do we handle that? So there are few challenges which need to be mitigated to ensure that these two are protected, the person and the environment.
Right.
At the same time, the unit operation remains same, the GMP aspect remains the same.